everyone, it's Tiffany from Tiffany Colors. It's been a long time since I've talked to you guys. I'm here today to do the completed pages of September and October. I will tell you it's been a little heavy on the color by number because that's what I've been doing the most when I have time to color. It's been very busy these last couple of months. So I've just been wanting to relax with color by number. But anyway, we've got a pretty good stack here. So I will move this off my desk and we will get started. Okay, I've turned down my lights a little bit because there was a glare on the front cover. So hopefully you don't get so much of a glare now. So the first book I want to show you is Namaste Indian Patterns Color by Number by Sachin Sachdeva. And I did this one. This I used alcohol marker and my Staedtler fine liners. So you can see where I've done the line work there and some of the numbers that I like to do. And then I also did some solid coloring in other spaces. But I completed that one on September 17th. No shading, just straight coloring. And then this one I just finished this weekend and I didn't date it. So this is just straight coloring with my Teotree. I like using the Teotree markers because they're smaller and have a little bit finer nib for these tiny little spaces because this is a smaller coloring book. And then this one I also completed over the weekend and it's got an interesting color palette. So the color palette was quite small: brown, red brown, light brown, peach, and black. And I just didn't want to use the black. I thought that would just be too harsh. So I found some colors in my Ohuhu markers that I kind of made my own colors. Like there's, like the peach is more of a pinky peach. And then this red brown was actually more of a light tan maybe. But anyway, I really like how it came out. I really like the patterns in this book. There's quite a bit of patterny pages. And so those are kind of fun to do. And they're small. They go real quick. So just straight coloring, no shading. And yeah, that was what I completed out of that book. Next up, I worked in Little Corner, both September and October. This, until yesterday, this was my only cute and comfy coloring book. You know, the small size that everyone has been coloring lately. And I'm still trying to learn how to do like patterns, and I really just like to color and shade. So if you haven't yet, go over to Color by Claire or Claire Colors. Oh my gosh, I'll put her name up on the screen. Anyway, she just put out a video on how she colors in these little coloring books. Absolutely worth the watch if you haven't watched it already. I learned a lot by watching her video. So I highly recommend that. Color with Claire. There we go. Color with Claire. And I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, so the first page I did out of this book, which is Coco Weil Little Corner, Cute and Comfy Coloring. I did this pizza shop. So I based it all with my Ohuhu markers and Teotree. Those are the two I use the most, so I'm sure that Teotree's in there too. But I see how I kind of made it look like the oven was on and a light's coming from the oven. And then I gave this little pattern in the background. I was trying to make it look like stucco, like maybe you would see in Italy. And then I also did some design on the pizza to make it look like cheese and sauce coming through. And I also really like the colors I picked out. They look very Italian, I guess. The red, the green, and the browns. It's not very colorful, but I do like the way it came out. And of course I shaded with my Artex colored pencils. And then in October, I did this little bookshop, which I just posted on my Instagram. And I was on Pinterest scrolling through, and I came across this bookshop picture that had the same colors. And so I was like, ooh, I could do that in my little bookshop. So, yep, If I still have the picture, I will put it up here on the screen so you can see the colors that I chose. Now I have a hard time sometimes with little tiny details, especially like all these books. I'm like, oh my God, if I just keep picking random colors, it's going to look like a mosh pit of colors. So in that picture, they had one row of books in the window that was purples and blues, and then another row that was like pinks and reds. So that's what I did. I was like, oh, that's true. Let's color code the books per shelf. And then these down here, I just did a little separate. I really like that rainbow one though. I was like, ooh, I can make that a rainbow colored book. And then I just took some of the colors that were up here and brought them down into this bin. I liked the pink and teal together, so I did that for some elements. And then the flowers, I really love how the flowers came out, and that was kind of by accident. I just started coloring them, and then these three colors kind of took shape, and they look like pinwheels kind of to me. But yeah, I really like how they came out. And the cute little gray mouse in his red boots fixing the open sign. So yeah, that was a fun one to do and quick. Based it with alcohol marker and my colored pencils over top. So those are the two I did out of Coco Wyo's Little Corner. I completed one page in Coloriage Mystery Portraits by Hachette Heroes, the Disney portrait book, which I'm not sure if you could even still get this at Lyrica. I don't know. Last I looked, which was over a month ago, it was not on there anymore. So maybe it just went out of print and it will be coming back. So keep looking. Anyway, I did Baby Hercules. And so I based him all with alcohol marker because this is a single-sided book. And I did do shading on his skin, and I was going to go ahead and do shading everywhere else, and then I gave up. I was like, I'm over it. I don't feel like doing this page anymore. So it's just straight coloring in the background, but his skin tone is shaded with colored pencil on top of the marker. So yeah, that's the only one I did out of portraits. Then I pulled out my square mandala, Animals and Patterns by Belba Family, which I had not worked in a really long time. This is a very old book. And I'm working in this front to back, so I happened to do the next one in line, which was this Stingray. I think that's a Stingray. But yeah, I don't even remember what I used. Oh, Teotree. I used my Teotree markers in this. And there's a little slight bleed over in the lines because the lines are really thin. Now I think they're making them more with thicker lines, most of the books anyway, so that you can use alcohol markers, but this one was really thin. But I still love the way it came out. I like the color palette that they chose. I completed this one on September 3rd. So again, that was out of Square Mandalas, Animals in Patterns by Belba Family. And then I worked out of Fairy Chibi's coloring book, travel size. I love these small books. And I completed this one. And this was for Space-Tember. So I didn't put the, oh yes I did, September 1st. I did that right on the 1st of September. And I knew I wanted to do this one. There was a group of girls on Instagram that had done the same fairy like Avatar, and so I wanted to do that too, so I put Avatar down here. So go check my Instagram page out because I tagged them in it so that they knew that that's where I got inspiration, was from them. Anyway, so yeah, I love the blue little cat, and I love her skin. How I made those like tiger stripes, like what's in the movie. If you've never seen Avatar the movie, I highly recommend it. Very good movie. I've watched all three, I think, and then I think there's a new new version coming out. But anyway, yeah, really liked how this one came out, like the colors I chose. And it's a quick color because you don't have to do the background, and it's just a small pocket-sized book. So I love these pocket-sized books. Oh yeah, I also used a Jelly Roll Metallic. I like doing those dots to give it a, like, she's got some sparkle or a little bit of magic around her. So yeah, very cool. I love that one too. All right. So many of you may know that in the coloring community, Lisa was very well known for her YouTube channels, and she had passed away the end of August. And so Sachdeva had put this out for free that you could download and print out, and it's the pixelated, you know, 3x3 millimeter pixel book type. And yeah, I think she came out very nice. I think it definitely looks like her. He did a good job making her look like her. And yeah, so that was fun to do. May her memory be eternally etched in our hearts. Yes, I used to love watching her YouTube videos, so she will definitely be missed. Then I worked in Color by Colors Tetris by Kira Shershneva, and I did this page here, which I think, oh, it's fruit. Looking from a distance, I'm like, what is that? It's a basket of fruit, and then this looks like maybe a pear and maybe tomatoes. Anyway, fruit and vegetables. Oh, those I bet are carrots, because there's the stem. Anyway, again, more of like a pixelated type coloring book. I've really been into doing these pixel books because I've been diamond painting, which I'll show you. I'll show you one I'm working on right now because I have it right next to me on my desk. So I'm doing this. Oh gosh, there's a glare. I'm doing this Halloween one right now. It's almost done. But because I've been enjoying that, at night when I go downstairs and sit on the couch, I've been pulling out a lot of my pixel coloring books to do. Because, I don't know, it's a mystery and it's just been fun. Been in that kind of a mood. Next up is Color by Number Quest Triangles by Kira Shershneva. And I did, not that one, that one's an old one. I did this one of the hot air balloon. So again, you don't know what the image is going to be until you start coloring it. And I believe my Teotree markers were used in this. I completed this on September 10th. I don't think I did any more. Nope. Trying to get some of these books completed, so I'm kind of doing them front to back. Whatever the next one is in line is the one that I do. All right. I also worked out of my Barbie by Art Therapy Hatchet Heroes, Coloriage Mysteries. And I did the very front page. Malibu Barbie, I think this is. And this took me quite a while. These are intricate, very intricate to do. I do like the fact that they're all portrait style. And so you don't have to keep turning the book. That I really like. So I used my Teotree markers. You can see right there where it was like streaky, but I don't care. And then I did go over some of it with my colored pencils to do a little bit of shading, like in her hair and skin, on her vest and her clothes. I really like these colors though. Love colorful pictures, and these vibrant colors really do the trick. I love this. So yep, that was a fun one to do. And I did not put the date on this. Again, these are single-sided too, which is really nice. You can use alcohol markers because some of these Hatchet Heroes books are not single-sided, but this one is. And this one's only 50 pages. Is there a thing in the back? Yeah, 50 pages in this one. So there isn't the normal 100, which is fine for me because I don't need 100 and something pages to do. 50 would be plenty if they did them single-sided. All right. Healing Mandalas Coloring Book, Volume 2 by Nicola Lehman. I only did one mandala in 2 months. I couldn't believe it. I just wasn't in a mandala mood, I guess. So this one I completed in September 24th. And I based this all with alcohol marker and then shaded it with my, it was either Artex or Colisto pencils, because I did bring those down at one point. I think it's Artex. Anyway, it's a harder lead pencil. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you. So I happened to be at Hobby Lobby. Oh, if I can grab them. And they had these packages of Faber-Castell Gold Faber sketch markers, but they're alcohol based. And it said so right on the package. And so you get, one side is a brush, and then one side is a nib. And it is so much fun to color with these. So these are alcohol markers. They only had maybe 4 different packages, and some of them had duplicates. So I got 2 packages that didn't have any duplicates. And the color of these are so pretty. So this was all done with like 4 or 5 of these colors that I chose from this bunch. But look at those colors. I mean, they're so pretty. Very pastel-y, very soft. There is one green there, but I want to get more. So I looked on Amazon. Of course, on Amazon, they're stupid expensive. Because I feel like for a pack of 5, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Maybe it was a pack of 6. It was like $11. And on Amazon, it's like double that. Which is still, I guess, okay. But for the big pack of, I can't remember how many markers, it was like $100. I'm like, I mean, hopefully there's a lot of ink in there. But these are thin markers. And they have the name and number on them to match the Faber-Castell pencils. So I hope they come out with more of these. That would be really nice. I really, really, really like those. So anyway, yeah, this was the page I did with those markers. And I think I used some white Jelly Roll, or maybe it was a white paint pen for some highlights. But yeah, that was the only mandala I did for both September and October. Maybe in November I'll do some more mandalas. All right, next up, I worked in Color by Color Pattern Animals by Kira Shershniva. And I think I did 2. Again, I'm trying to just do whatever the next page is in line and try and finish these books up. So I did this lion, just straight coloring with my Teo tree. If you're new to the channel and you've never seen this, this is not color by number, but color by colors. So you have colors around the edges and then you fill it in with whatever corresponding color, but there's no numbers, which is kind of nice. And then she gives you the palette on the left of what you're going to use in the page, which is kind of nice too. So I had completed this one on October 16th. And then I know I did another one. Yep. This rabbit, which is a pretty color palette. I really like the color palette on this. Cute little rabbit. And again, just straight coloring my Teo tree markers. So yep, 2 completed out of that one. Next is Color by Number Animals by Jade Summer. And I did 2. I'm doing this front to back. So back in September, I did this hummingbird and based it with alcohol marker and then shaded it in with colored pencil. It's my usual. And then some white dots to give it like a little stained glass look, like it, I don't know, the light's bouncing off the glass. And then in October, I did this guy and he's just straight coloring. No shading. So you can kind of see the difference between straight coloring and then a little bit of shading. And then this guy, way back when I first got it in May, I really tried to make him look like stained glass. And so I did these little lines all through him. He kind of looks like he's tiger printed. But I do like the way it came out. It is very cool. But yeah, so there's like 3 different versions of what you can do in this book. And he's super cute. I really like him in the color palette too. So next in line will be that one. So that was Color by Number Animals by Jade Summer. Got 2 more books to show you. Oh no, I'm sorry, 3 more books. All right. I worked out of Disney's Vitro by Art Therapy, Hatchet Heroes. And I did The Lady and the Tramp. And I just did this with my Stedtler dual tip fine liners and also some Faber-Castell Pitt pens. So there's a couple of different, just straight coloring. That's why you can kind of see the lines. I didn't bother going over it with colored pencil or anything. This book is double-sided, so you cannot use alcohol markers, but they still turn out really, really cute. And yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. Love The Lady and the Tramp. And I completed that one on October 19th. Now this one I worked a lot in because, like I said, I was into the mosaic art books. So I was kind of hoping to actually finish this whole book before Halloween. But Halloween is tomorrow and that will not happen. But it was a lot of fun to work in it this year. I've realized I am a seasonal colorist. I never thought I was, but I certainly do not want to work in books after the season has gone by. I have to work in them while the season's here. So I guess I am a seasonal colorist. Okay, let me see. That one was August. That was in 2023. Okay, September of 2024. So here's my first one. And it's these 3 pumpkins in the graveyard. Again, these are a mystery. He does give you a little thumbnail over here, but no comparison to what it looks like when it's in full color. I'm just amazed at the colors when they're put together, how beautiful these pages come to life. So, yep. So I completed this one on September 15th. And then this one I did on October 6th. Look at that moon with the bats. So cool. Again, I just used my Teo Tree markers because these books are single-sided and it's nice thick lines so the alcohol marker doesn't tend to bleed over that bad. And I completed this one on October 3rd of the front door. Again, very colorful. You would think a front door, like see there, that looks very plain. But then when it's colored, it's like, ooh, that's actually really pretty. And then I did the cat. I think this is my favorite one of the month, is this cat with his witch's hat and cape. And he's got the stars around him. And I love the purple, lots of purples. I also like that I decided to use a warm gray for his fur instead of a cool gray. I think that looks really good with the purple and the teal. So yeah, completed that one on October 9th. See, the beginning of October, I was just going right to town in this book. Then I did one on the 13th of this cauldron. Again, love the sky. Look at that pretty pink, different shades of pink and purple sky. And then the cauldron is bubbling over and the fire coming up. So pretty. And the stars. Yeah. Really like that one. That one's an old one. I did that one last year. And I think this is the last one I did. October 20. Yeah, because then I was going to do that one next, but I didn't. So I didn't realize until I was just about all done that those are witch's legs sticking up out of the cauldron, which is so funny. So she fell into her mucky water there. And there's a very faint brick in the back, the window, and there's a bookshelf. There's a pumpkin and some potions. So yeah, that one's pretty cool too. Really like that one. Again, so colorful. So I guess next year I'll start here and keep working through because I still got a lot to do. But I was pretty happy with myself to get this many pages done for this season. I was just having so much fun with these pixelated books that now I want to get even more. Because sometimes it's not about like being real creative. I literally just want to sit down and put marker to paper, and so that's why I love these books. And then it's a mystery because you really never know what it's going to look like till it's done. All right, the last book I have to show you is a new book to me. This literally came in the mail yesterday. I did not have any spooky, cozy coloring books, and so Anna Rose, the author of this, kindly sent this to me. And I quickly sat down and colored a page. I could not wait. I'm going to do a full flip up on my channel, but I'll give you a little peek of look at her style. Oh my God, look at that. Her cartoony style just appeals to me. And they're doing such funny things in some of these pictures. But it reminds me of when my son used to watch like Gravity Falls and Adventure Time. That's what this type of style reminds me of, is that cartoony look and feel. So yeah, super cute. I did the first one where they're at the movies. I highly suggest you go check out Anna Rose on Instagram because she's colored quite a few pages out of this book, out of her own coloring book, and she does a really good job. Like hers, you would believe they're at the movies, like super dark. You can see the screen coming on and all these colors. I mean, her coloring style is very, very cool. So I highly suggest, I'll put her name up on the screen. Go check her out on Instagram. But yeah, this was the first one. I quickly just sat down and colored the first page. And I really like the colors I chose. I did put some highlights so you can tell that there is probably a movie screen showing. Look at this cat. Oh my God, he cracks me up. And I gave them the 3D glasses with the red and the blue. He's drinking orange soda. So you can see the bubbles coming up. And I did draw in these lines in the floor so you could tell that that was a wooden floor. And then this looks like the carpet that, you know, goes down the middle of the aisle. And I did put some gold jelly roll on there to give it a little gold feel. But yeah, really, this was so much fun to color. I can't wait to do another one in this book. So yes, go check out Anna Rose over on Instagram, and her coloring books are for sale on Amazon. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is what I've been doing on my iPad. So I have been doing some coloring on here, and I haven't shown you what I've been doing on my iPad in a while. So I thought maybe we would come on and I could quickly show you. So this right now, hopefully there's no glare, is a work in progress. This is an Angela Porter that was free on Dover. So if you sign up for the Dover newsletters, every Friday you get free coloring pages sent to your inbox. And this was one of them in the recent months. I don't remember exactly when this came out, probably this summer actually. So I'm in the process of coloring this. And then let's see what else we've got. We've got this one, which is a George Tufexis. I'm trying to see if there's not have so much of a glare. This is a George Tufexis. Let me see if I can turn down the light. Turn it off. Oh, there we go. I'll turn it off. Okay, so this is George Tufexis, and if you zoom in, you can see where I've gone around it in black line, and then I've also shaded in some of the corners, and I really, really like how that came out. Granted, it did take more time, but that didn't bother me. I was having such a good time coloring in this on this page and picking out the colors, and it was really a lot of fun. And I like the black lines because it makes it pop. Because you know, in the Creative Haven books for the color by numbers, it is very faint lines, and so it doesn't show up all that well on here. So I like to draw them in. And then what else? Oh yeah, this is a free coloring page from Coco Wyo. If you go onto their Instagram and click in one of their links, you can download a bunch of free coloring pages, which then easily can just be transported onto your iPad. This one I did, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a texture in the background. So yeah, I figured out how to put a texture, and then I did like a watercolor effect. And that was fun. And what else? Oh, I did this one. This was another free one from Coco Wyo. See, on here I'm more playful with my patterns because I know if I make a mistake, I can just undo it because it's on, you know, digital. It's digital art, but I really like how this came out. Look at those strawberries. And my plant, I like how my plant, and I gave some speckles on the countertop. There's a pattern there. So that was fun to play around with my patterns on the digital aspect of it instead of on paper. And then I also downloaded, I went to Etsy and bought Alexander Francis's Spooky Scenes, maybe from last year. It's last year's spooky coloring book. And I didn't have it. And I knew I didn't want the whole book, but I just wanted a few pages. And I had so much fun coloring in. I put 4 into one page, and then all you have to do. So that way I'm not taking up too many pages. But yeah, that was fun to do. I think I did just about all of them. Again, it goes super fast on my iPad, and they're so much fun. Oh, I didn't finish. Whoops. I didn't finish this one. I gotta finish that. I guess I gotta go back and finish that one. But pretty much, and she gives you a color chart too when you download them, so you know what the colors are. But yeah, check out Alexandra Francis on Etsy if you want to. It's just a nice, easy way to, you know, color on your iPad. You don't have to scan on your phone and then put it on your iPad. You can literally just download it, and then it brings it right up to your iPad. So it's a little easier when you download stuff. So anyway, that is all I have to show you for both the month of September and October. Thank you so much for tuning in and being patient with me while I've been away. Hopefully now we're slowing down with sports in my household, that maybe I can do more coloring and maybe I can do some more videos for you all. Wintertime, I tend to have a little more time to do this stuff. So I'm hoping to get back onto a regular schedule. But anyway, keep an eye out for the flip through video of Spooky Snug coming soon. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.